Hello. This video is to practice your speaking skills with our previous story, Big Lesson. You can watch it from card above. Now, repeat after Grace.
Hi, I'm Grace. Hi, I'm Grace. I want to tell you a story about myself. I want to tell you a story about myself. Last night, I went to watch a volleyball match with my friends. I went to watch a volleyball match with my friends. It was crowded there. It was crowded there. And an hour after leaving the stadium, I got a fever and started coughing. I got a fever and started coughing. That night, I took an antibiotic pill. I took an antibiotic pill and went to sleep. Because the last time I caught a cold. The doctor prescribed me antibiotics. The doctor prescribed me antibiotics. This morning, I woke up and took another antibiotic pill. I woke up and took another antibiotic pill. A few hours have passed. A few hours have passed. And I still have a fever. And I still have a fever. I opened my phone. I opened my phone and booked an appointment to see a doctor. And booked an appointment to see a doctor. The appointment is for 4 p.m. The appointment is for 4 p.m. I ate lunch. I ate lunch. Put on a face mask. Put on a face mask. And took a taxi to the medical clinic. And took a taxi to the medical clinic. Usually, I use public transportation. Usually, I use public transportation. But this time, I took a taxi to avoid being in public places. But this time, I took a taxi to avoid being in public places. Since I might infect others. Since I might infect others. After about 20 minutes, I arrived at the clinic. After about 20 minutes, I arrived at the clinic. I entered and sat down in a chair. I entered and sat down in a chair. After a few minutes, it was my turn. After a few minutes, it was my turn. I entered the doctor's office. I entered the doctor's office. We greeted each other. We greeted each other. And I told him that I was in the stadium last night. And I told him that I was in the stadium last night. Caught a cold there. Caught a cold there. Then took antibiotics and came here. Then took antibiotics and came here. The doctor said, first of all. The doctor said, first of all. You shouldn't take antibiotics on your own. You shouldn't take antibiotics on your own. Because it's dangerous. Because it's dangerous. And there's a risk of bacteria becoming resistant to antibiotics. And there's a risk of bacteria becoming resistant to antibiotics. Also, it's unlikely that you caught a cold in the volleyball stadium. It's unlikely that you caught a cold in the volleyball stadium. Because if the cold virus enters your body, because if the cold virus enters your body, it doesn't take effect immediately. It doesn't take effect immediately. A certain amount of time must pass. A certain amount of time must pass. Then the doctor examined me and said, Then the doctor examined me and said, The cause of your cold is viral. The cause of your cold is viral. Additionally, sometimes a bacterial infection may follow a viral cold. Sometimes a bacterial infection may follow a viral cold. And doctors might prescribe antibiotics to treat this bacterial infection. And doctors might prescribe antibiotics to treat this bacterial infection. But not always. But not always. For your cold, you should have a very good diet. You should have a very good diet. Drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. And rest for a few days. And rest for a few days. So your body can defeat this virus by itself. So your body can defeat this virus by itself and become resistant to it. And become resistant to it. Fortunately, you don't need antibiotics. Fortunately, you don't need antibiotics. I thanked the doctor and returned home to rest. I thanked the doctor and returned home to rest. And after a few days, I fully recovered. And after a few days, I fully recovered.
Great job. You did well. You can watch new stories from videos above.